Peace to the gods. So firstly, give all praise and honor to the Honorable Immortal Grandmaster Chief Nature Boy the Christ. So my message today, as all my message in my previous videos, is that we should proclaim the kingdom of God. The end of days is at hand, and for those that can hear it and feel it inside of them, it is a constant battle that you fight with yourself every day. And in my previous videos, as I stated, through the teachings of the Grandmaster Chief Nature Boy the Christ, what you perceive to be outside of you, it is what is in your heart. And now, in this time in space, it is so that there's a consciousness awakening in the people. There's a consciousness awakening in man. And this is the return of Christ. Through the heating of the sun, which they call global warming. And when I say they, I mean the elite who wants to keep the people in the blind. A coach, the message has been awakened in God's children. And this is the message that's being spoken globally. And in the universal consciousness, this is people that is awakening to this consciousness. And through that, it is a battle within ourselves. It is a battle within all men that you fight because you see the truth, but still you are so dependent on the society that you are attached and keep hold of things that will no longer serve you. And through this battle that is raging inside of your heart, that is keeping you from doing the right thing, it is being projected into our universe. It is being projected into our reality, into our world, where we see wars, where we see people rising up against each other, where you see communities fighting each other, where you even see families fighting each other. And all this that is happening in our world, in our reality now, is symbolic to what is going on in our hearts. This message that I am speaking is not for everyone. And for those that hear it and only hears a mumble and jumble, I feel sorry for you. And it is my wish and it is my hope that your eyes and your heart open and that you look at everything objectively so that you too may receive the message. It is expected of all of us, if it is you are chosen to receive this message, that you share this light, you reflect the light to make it possible for others to also receive this message. Everything that you perceive in your reality that you think is as physical and you're clinging on to this physical things that you are attached to. This is tests for you. This is tests for you in this lifetime to make it possible for you to ascend mentally. Everything comes to an end. Life comes to an end. You are born and then you die. This life was created. This life shall end. The Creator, God, the universe, the Almighty Consciousness allowed it for us to have this human experience. We are all spirit beings having a human experience. And it is now at the end of times because why the human have driven so far away from its purpose that it's now time for the universe, for God to set the reset button. And only the chosen will inherit the earth again. I've spoken to my partner a couple of days back. As I was driving, I had a thought that we as humans in the society that we are living, collectively we just take from nature. We just take. We forgot that nature was here before our little cities and our little towns and our little suburbs and little ghetto, whatever we call it. It was all here before that. Nature was here before that. And we came here with our little cities and towns and suburbs, and we built it on top of nature. And everything that we needed to sustain the cities and to build the cities, we just took from nature. So we cut down trees, we took gold, we took silver, we took oil, took water, whatever we needed from nature, we just took and we gave nothing back. Still till today, we give nothing back to nature. And it is said that whatever we do to nature, we do to ourselves because we are not separate from nature. Everything is connected. Consciously, everything is connected. The universe is mental and all is the mind. All that you perceive to be physical is happening in your mind. Not to go into that now, but to just make the analogous that what you do to yourself, you do to nature. And while we in the society, we just take from nature and take and give nothing back, so too is the society and we ourselves doing it to ourselves. That the society, in order for it to keep on going, to be sustained, takes from us. It takes our focus, it takes our energy, it takes our health, it takes our attention, and it gives us nothing back. The things that we perceive as things that we are getting back is useless. Money is useless. It is only usable in the society that is soon to be destroyed. We get money back, we buy our cars, you buy electric appliances for your house, you go on little holidays, and all that you do is sustaining this illusion that you are living in the society. And sooner or later, nature will fight back to take back what it belongs to it. And so too, your body will come into a state of dis-ease where it will try and take back what belonged to it. There is no time now to save the world anymore. Each and every one is responsible for its own consciousness. You are responsible for your own mind and your own thoughts, because that is the only thing you will take with you when your time here on earth have expired. Your thoughts and your actions, what you have done, that is the only thing that you will take with you. You won't take with you your wife, your child, your mother, your car, your house. Nothing of that will accompany you to where you will go, where you will be judged not by an external entity but by yourself, because everything is you. You are only split into trillions and trillions of entities to give you the experience of being everything. And in this experiences of being everything, you will judge yourself on multiple levels of consciousness. And even everything that you see that is happening in the world, you only get what you deserve. So what you put out into the universe will come back to you. It might not happen in this lifetime, it might happen in the next lifetime. And you, as a person, would see this and blames and points the finger at someone else. You miss the message and you miss the teaching in it, because when you point a finger at someone else, you miss the point. Each and every one of us, we are consciously connected. And being consciously connected, you have the power in you to make a change in your reality. Because if you want to see change and you want to experience change, you yourself, you have to be the change. Be the change in how you think, be the change in your actions. And by doing this, not only doing this behind closed doors or where people don't see you, doing it by proclaiming the kingdom of God through this device and this thing that the universe has allowed it for us to utilize, which is called social media. Spread the light, proclaim the kingdom of God, do it relentlessly and do it repeatedly, and stay focused, because as I said in the opening of this video, this is a mental, spiritual battle that you are fighting inside of your mind, and you are fighting it inside of your heart. And whatever is in your heart will be projected into your reality. That's why we perceive all of reality to be in chaos, in wars, and it's just things that is happening that is going against the cycle of life. A lot is expected of you. And all that the universe wants from you is that you seek the kingdom of God first, and all else shall be added unto you. And by saying this, to seek the kingdom of God, the only place you can find the kingdom of God is within yourself. So in doing that and saying that you can only find the kingdom of God within yourself, you need to study yourself. You need to truly know yourself so that you can understand yourself. Because it is only then when you understand yourself that you can be the best version of you. It is common sense that in order for you to drive a car, you have to understand the car as to how to drive the car. In order for you to play a game, you're going to have to understand the game in order for you to play the game. So in order for you to be the best version of yourself, you're going to have to understand yourself in order for you to be the best version of yourself. And in saying this, I'm talking out of experience. It is very hard to do that because it is a lot of information for you to take in order for you to understand yourself. You're going to have to, because look, we are in a time here where you want everything quick. You want everything quick. You want your food to be hot quick. You want this to be quick. You want to get to a place quick. You want to send a message quick. You want to make a phone call quick. Everything is quick, quick, quick. But in order for you to gain knowledge of self, to receive the kingdom of God, you won't be able to do this quickly. It is expected of you to seek the kingdom of God, to asking and knocking on doors and doing your research in our time and age. You will do your research in a place where all information is available to you, again through these devices that we call phones. It's funny that we call it cell phones, as each and every one of us is cells operating here on a bigger body we call the God body, we call earth, nature. We are so far from nature that we think we are separate from everything. Because why? We don't go to the source to get our foods, which is trees and plants and rivers for water. We can just go to a shop in the system, which denies us from seeing where everything comes from and helps in the disconnection between us and nature. And we're still living in this illusion that we have time to make things right. And I myself, I am guilty of this. We're still in this illusion of time that we can save our loved ones, wait for them to make their changes in their hearts, in their minds. If it is not allowed for them to see it, then it is not up to you to make them force or to force them to see it. You have been given a gift, and I'm talking to God's children, I'm talking to the chosen, I'm talking to these ones that the veils have removed from their eyes, and a certain message through a seed that has been planted, a certain message has been activated in you, and a certain unrest has been stirred in you, and you know the truth, and you know what is expected of you, and you're doing your due diligence as to study yourself, trying to understand yourself, trying to understand your debilitations, trying to figure out your challenges and how to overcome it and your weaknesses. This is all the things that you need to know, and this is all the things that is in your mind. And the only way that you can acquire this is by studying astrology. We must know that God, Allah, the universe, the most high consciousness, nothing is here with no purpose. Everything that you perceive to be part of your reality, to be part of your universe, to be part of your solar system, was placed there with a purpose for you to understand it and utilize it, so may you become the best version of yourself, so that you may become the true version of yourself, and in this realize what your purpose is here in this time and age, what your purpose is here to the benefit of life, to the benefit of humanity. We understand, and I understand that by talking like this, that certain people, and it is not my work to make you understand. I'm not here to make you understand. I'm here and I'm speaking to those that can understand and that can hear me, and that want to make that change, and that need that inspiration and that motivation to make the right choice, not to stay here in a society that you want to go to church every Sunday or every Wednesday and go to mosque every day and pray 5 times a day, and in the meantime the guy that is standing in front is telling you it's okay to go to work every day again, it's okay for you to put yourself into debt, it's okay for you to build a big house, it's okay for you to aim to be successful in this fucked up society. What I am here to do is to tell you that it's not okay for you to become successful in this fucked up society. Forcing to be a part of the European mindset by acquiring wealth that is nothing, that will help you nothing. It will contribute nothing to your happiness. It will contribute nothing to your spirituality. It will contribute nothing to when you close your eyes. It doesn't help your family. It helps Foko. You live here in this society that is a lie every day, and you force yourself to live in this society. You hear the truth, but you chose to close your ears and not hear it, and laugh at people that is trying to tell you the truth. And when I'm saying you all this, and I'm telling you that it's wrong to do all these things, I'm also here to point yourself and me, as we all are one, point ourselves in the right direction, to connect back with nature, to return to nature. Ask forgiveness of what it is that we have done over times as human beings. Not now, only now in your time that you are here on earth. For the generations that have been here before us, and all the fucked up shit we have done to Mother Nature, to the water, to the animals, to everything that the universe, that the Almighty Consciousness has granted unto us to look after, that we have fucked up. To ask forgiveness, and so that you can return again. Return and be a part and live in tune with nature. That is what is be expected, is what is be expected of us. But we must remember that through generations and our ancestors, that all have been integrated into this systematic system that is going against life. We have been programmed with lies and artificial information that is going against life. So in order for us to do and make this transformation and return to how things used to be, it will not be an overnight happening. It will be a transitional system where we will make mistakes, where we will speak things that might not be the truth, but be the half-truths. But it's up to all of us to come together consciously and be aware that how we are living and what we are doing is not right, and it's not conducive to our health. It is not conducive to the sustainability of nature and to sustainability of life. We must come to realize that what we are doing is wrong, and the time for us to help and reverse everything, personally I think that time is long gone for us to reverse everything, because too many of us is hooked and caught in the society, caught in a net in the society where it will basically be impossible for all of us to break free, because there is attachments of loved ones, there is attachments of debt, there is attachment of earthly possessions, and that is one of the reasons why we, and when I say we, I refer to my people, especially my people, us colored people. We don't have a heritage, we don't have a history, we don't have a land, we don't have a house, we don't have Foko. All we have is a label that we are the fucked up people of South Africa. That is all that we have. And all that we're still trying to be is follow what our ancestors has placed in us. Religion and information and teachings that has been forced upon them by people who took away their identity and their lives and integrated them with multiple other cultures, which only resulted in a pot of fucked up confusion. And that is why until this day we're still living in a multiple fucked up confusion fucking life, and we are trying to be a part of something that is not meant for us. We want to protest, we want free housing, we want more jobs, we want to be treated better, we want this. This is not a society for us to be a part of. It was never meant for God's children to be a part of this society that is going against life. It is time for us to wake up. It is time for us that is already awakened to wake up others. And if you don't want to wake up, That's your baby. For those that can hear the message and feel the message inside of their hearts, it is time for you to stand up and wake up. Talk to people. Tell them, even if it's one guy, even if it's one person, one young man, one young lady, tell her, tell him. It is time for us to wake up, return to how things used to be a part of nature again, live in tune with nature, eat what you're supposed to eat, look after your health, after your body, look after your mental health, become a better person, be a better person, show the next person how to be a better person, and the two of you will show the next person how to be a better person, and that is how change will come into your reality. And as soon as we find the balance and the in tuneness of our most inner selves, as soon as we find the understanding of how to live with people and how to treat people as we ourselves want to be treated, it will reflect in our reality. But this cannot be done while we're still here in the society where every day you are bombarded by distractions. If I can take all of them in one word, that is the only weapon the devil, the evil, is using against God's children, is to distract them. Is to distract them with sport, is to distract them with debt, is to distract them with money, is to distract them with domestic violence and all that kind of shit, to keep your mind occupied and away from the truth. The truth is you should understand yourself. The truth is you should understand astrology. The truth is you should understand biology. You should understand the importance of the melanin in your skin. You should understand the importance of the quantum physics. Quantum physics is, like I said, whatever you perceive to be outside of you is inside of you. When you open your eyes, the light of the sun reflects of the vibration that is ruling our reality. The frequency, our reality is ruled by energy and vibration. And the light that is shining and reflecting of this vibration into your eyes sends light photons and electrical signals to your brain, which in sense gives you the illusion that you are perceiving a reality outside of you. Yes, it is deep, yes, and it might sound confusing, but it is up to you to study this and make damn sure that you understand this, because it's only if you know these things that you will come into understanding, where even when you walk outside and you see things and you watch a movie, everything just breaks apart in front of you and you see the lies in it. Like I said, this transformation will not happen overnight, but this transition will happen over time, and it is up to us now that the society has had such a grip on to be the pioneers of this change and teach it to our children. And by teaching it to our children and by teaching it to children to come, you will instill new beliefs in them. You will instill old beliefs in them and old laws that has been given to us by the Most High Consciousness, by God. And when this life and this society and this matrix and this Babylon system has been destroyed, we will inherit the earth again, where everything will be green and brown, where all noises or all sounds that you will hear is the natural sound of birds and water and insects. And the children that will be born into that life, they will be made in our image of being in tune and living in tune with nature, and they will be given a Garden of Eden. And that is the story of Adam and Eve. And the tree of knowledge of good and evil that they should not partake of is this fucking life that we're living in now, that we will warn our children against, to not partake of this world again and follow up with its deeds. There's a being now, there's a man now, his name is Master Teacher, Immortal, Grandmaster Teacher, Nature Boy, Eligio the Christ. Sorry that I'm mispronouncing his name. It's just when I talk about these things and I get into talking this message, I get very passionate. But I like to give homage and acknowledgement to this being for sparking this knowledge in me, and by watching his videos, enlightening me and giving me knowledge But in the same way, you will always say that it doesn't matter if you have all this knowledge, if you don't apply it to your life, it will count for nothing. And it will not be of assistance to you to enter the kingdom of God. When you are here, you will be an enlightened being, and you will tap into the kingdom of God, which is a conscious state of mind. You will tap into this consciousness. But because we're living in this society, like I said, through the distractions, it will be impossible for you to stay there. And it is required of us to stay there. It is required of us to stay there in order for you to become the better person, to be the better person. Because you will be faced with your challenges, and you will be faced with your fears, you will be faced with yourself. And only when you find yourself in a state of the Christ conscious will you be able to overcome these challenges, these fears. This is another day for us to be better and to become better. Do your research, look on social media, see what is going on around the world. See what messages spread around the world. See how many people is coming into this consciousness which is called the Christ consciousness, and they're not even aware that this is the Christ consciousness by the misinformation given to us in this society. When you talk like this and you're spreading this message, this is the Christ consciousness. This is the return of Christ. In the end of days is near. The end of times is near. There is no time for us to wait for tomorrow to change. And I'm talking to myself also, because it's a constant battle that I'm fighting with myself. And the people in my life know that I'm fighting this battle with myself. And these videos that I'm putting out on social media, I don't care who is seeing or who is watching it. Even if there's no one watching it, I'm doing my part as to putting this message out there. Even if this is my purpose in life, to just spark the mind of someone that will do greater things, that I'm doing it. But also by doing this and by keeping my focus on where I want to be, the universe won't have another chance, won't have another option but to give me what I'm putting out. Be consistent. Keep your focus. Keep your goal in mind. And what you preach, put it into action. What you preach, put it into action. And take that faith. Take that leap in faith. That one step towards the universe, of which the universe will take 2 steps towards you. And the Grand Master Chief, Immortal, I lead you to Christ. This is a being that was granted unto us to bring this message, was granted unto us to be an example for us of what it is that awaits you if you put your full faith in God. Not just by saying it, not just by talking it, but to be brave and to apply it to your life. And speak of it every day, speak of it. Let this feeling grow inside of you. Encourage yourself. Be the inspiration to yourself. Be the inspiration to yourself. Encourage yourself as nobody else will encourage and inspire you if they don't even understand what it is that you understand. So how can you rely on someone else? How can you want the validation of other people? How can you want the validation of other people to do better in something that they don't even understand? You receive the message, you receive the light, it is activated in you. It's a constant battle in your heart, in your mind every day. Some will just agree with you and say, yeah, they understand. And that displaces you inside your comfort zone again, and you stay stagnant. Do what you need to do. Do what you know is right. Because how great will your punishment be as to you know the truth, you felt the truth, but you chose not to do it. So that is my message I'm putting out there today. And blessed day further. I love myself. Peace to the gods.